Hundreds of people sat there and listened to us talk, I think for about an hour. He said, why do you believe that Christianity is true? My response, I said 2 things. And I got to give credit where it's due, because I'm going to steal from Frank Turek. He's always so good at this when he's presenting the case for Christianity. He says, if 2 things are true, then Christianity is true. The first one, if God exists. The second one, if Jesus rose from the dead. If the resurrection took place, then by default, Christianity is true. All right. So this is basically what I told the guy on TikTok. And he was like, well, which argument you want to use? I said, well, I guess we can start with the historical evidence for the resurrection. So we went there, and then I was saying, well, scholars basically agree, both Christian and non-Christian, that the tomb is empty. Most of them agree to that. And he's like, that's not true. Which scholars believe that? And so I said, well, how do you account for the empty tomb? He's like, well, there's plenty of reasons why the tomb could have been empty and why people believe that they saw Jesus, because that's, I was like, you have the disciples who are giving their lives because of what they're saying they saw as eyewitnesses, that Jesus was crucified, that he died, he was buried, and then that they saw him risen from the dead. Why were so many of them willing to die if it never happened? And he said, well, I believe that someone who was an imposter pretended to be Jesus. And I was like, what?